Howdy folks. Funny story time. A couple nights ago, some friends and I went to dinner nearby, and the place we went to is kind of on a small lot. So there's the restaurant, and then the parking lot is behind it. So to get to the parking lot, you have to drive down this narrow little strip next to the restaurant. And it is big enough for two cars to pass side by side, which is cool. But I guess they didn't want people parking along one side because then it wouldn't be wide enough. So the restaurant had put some cones out kind of in the middle of where the second lane would be. But what that means is that now two cars can't pass each other anyway because of the cones. So I was pulling into the driveway there, and I just pulled off the street and I saw that there was a car coming from the other direction. And it's kind of curvy at the end, so they couldn't back up. So the other car kind of came out of the little narrow area and tried to go around me but couldn't fit. So I had to drive over where the cones were. And I ran one of them over, but I'm like, okay, it's a cone, fine. And there was valet parking, so there was a valet standing there. And after I kind of got back into the right lane, he was sort of like looking at my car, and he came over and was looking under it. And eventually he was satisfied, so we went back to his station, and we got out, gave him the keys, went in, ate. Came back out, got the car back from the valet, left, drove home. It was about a 15-minute drive, maybe 20 minutes, probably closer to 15. There were some freeways in there, some surface streets, all sorts of stuff. You can probably see where this is going. On the last couple turns before we got back home, I heard this little thup 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 thup, and I'm like, do you guys hear that? So we turned on the radio, and there was definitely a thup 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 coming from my car, and I'm like, I don't think I blew a tire, because that's what it kind of sounds like. I was like, do you think that's the cone? And they're like, no, it's not the cone. So I slowed down, and it went thup 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 thup, and then it stopped, and I drove on a little bit, and we looked back, and there was a cone in the middle of the road. A little worse for wear. You can see this has got a really big gash in the side. So I'm not really sure how it was attached to my car, but it's pretty messed up now. It's still serviceable. I mean, it's still orange and the same height as it was, but yeah. So I kept it as a souvenir, and that's my funny cone story. Bye, kids. Are you a movie star? And also, today I managed somehow to separate a light bulb from its metal socket end, which is still in the light socket. And I've heard the potato thing, so thank you anyway. I don't have a potato, but I'll figure it out.